Hello and welcome back if you have seen my videos before, and if you are new, welcome. And today we are doing another ink review, and I would like to let you know that I am very new to fountain pens and fountain pen inks, and that is why I'm reviewing these colors, so that if you are new, then you are in the right place and you get to see what all these different inks are about. So come along and learn with me, this will be fun. And today I have a very different ink. When I was purchasing some inks a while back, I was thinking of what colors I didn't have, what colors that looked unusual to me. And yeah, I was just interested in trying them out and seeing what they were about. I tried to get a variety from a variety of companies. So this is one of those inks. I have no idea how this is going to look. This little sample on top is something that was on the box when it arrived. I did not put that on there. So maybe it's going to be like a yellowish color. This company is called, and oh, by the way, I will mispronounce everything probably because I have no idea what these are, but Pennonia, anyways. So that is the name of the company. Let me get this open. And I try to preserve the boxes because I like to store the inks in their boxes to prevent sunlight and things from degrading the ink. So that's why it's like that in this box. And then I use that letter opener to open them so I keep them in good shape. Okay, so this is really cute. It's got a heart. That looks like a pen nib. And this is packed in plastic, probably so it wouldn't leak. That is my guess. All right. Comes like this. No leaking. Hooray. All right. This color, well, your guess is as good as mine. Napkelte? I don't know. Interesting. All right, so let's get this open. Actually, I should probably shake it first. I don't know. I don't think this has shimmers, but I don't remember. So that is, that'll be a surprise to both of us. Usually shimmers, you can see them on the bottom of the bottle, and I do not see that. So it's probably doesn't have shimmers. There we go, got that open. Oh wow, yeah, that is yellow. Interesting. And my shaking of the bottle has caused bubbles. All right, let's see if we can get that to go down. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, because I've been remembering to do the swatch first, because I lay the ink down pretty heavy and I want it to have time to dry. So that is why it is like that. All right, so let's go ahead and put this down. Oh wow. Yeah, that's pretty crazy color. If I can get it to come off of here. I think the bubbles are interfering with what I'm trying to do. There we go. Yeah, I think the ink just doesn't want to stick to this. I might have to get a brush, and I don't like to do that because I really want these to all be tested the same way so that I feel like the comparisons are more accurate. But wow, that is a bright yellow. My goodness. What a pretty color. It's like almost brighter than the white of the paper. There we go. All right. Get some swirls going on around here. And then we'll lay it down a little heavier on this side so we can see how the ink looks when it pools. If I can get it to pool. Now, as I said, I'm very new to fountain pens and fountain pen inks, and I'm aware that some inks are not meant for fountain pens. I don't think that's the case here. I think maybe it's just not meant for glass, smooth glass surfaces or something. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is, but it looks almost neon green in here. You know what? It makes me wonder. I wonder if it's blacklight reactive. That would be cool. Accidentally buy myself some blacklight reactive ink. Let's find out. Let's find out. I've got the light. Let's see. Aha! Black light reactive ink. That's funny. I had had no idea. Well, that makes it even more fun. See, you just never know when you go and you explore and you experiment. Wow, that is fantastic. Let's see if it retains that property as it dries. So, all right, I guess a new feature unlocked. Now I'm gonna have to test every ink under a black light. Is that what's going on here? All right, so let's get the name written on here. And those of you who have already tried this ink are probably laughing at me for not knowing this. All right. Okay, I want to do more scribbling, but I'm resisting because I know we have to put this on paper. All right. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside and let it dry. It's already pretty much almost completely dry. You can see this darker yellow around the edges. That's really neat. That's some beautiful shading. What a fun color. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I was not expecting that at all. And this is why it's fun to try an ink that you don't know anything about and try it yourself for the first time, because you will find out things that you had no idea. Just like me, not knowing that this was blacklight reactive. Oh yeah, I forgot I need to clean this off. Yeah. Yeah, that weird green water, it's making the water green. I don't see any green in this. This is just yellow. How the water is turning green, I do not know. I don't even know if the camera is picking that up. But yeah, it looks like green. Totally green. And this ink is totally not green. That's really cool. Okay, so moving right along. This is copy paper. Try usual scribbles. And this is a very light yellow, obviously. But that doesn't mean that it won't be legible when it dries. So maybe it'll be one of those that kind of changes as it goes. I don't know. Wow, what a fun ink. All right. I'm gonna have to remember the name so I can write it properly. There we go. I'm gonna get a little more ink. This seems to not hold on well to the glass. There we go. Okay. But even though, despite that, like it's doing just fine. Let's try some slow lines. If you enjoy these reviews, and if you want to see more, please like and subscribe. I would love to see and hear from you as well what you would like for me to review, what you know, other videos you'd like to see. I may have the ink that you're looking for to see reviewed, and if not, maybe I can get it. So yeah, definitely leave some comments down below on what colors or whatever you'd like to see. Okay, oh yeah, this is copy paper. All right, we'll set that aside. It already looks kind of cool, and we'll just check the black light real fast. And yeah, that is absolutely fantastic. This is better than I could have expected. I had no idea, guys. I had no idea. All right. Next, we're going to try it on HP32 paper while that other one dries. And there is a chance, again, there is still a chance that this will have shading or some other properties that just, until that dries, we won't know. And also on some of these papers, it's just not going to show up. Wait, I'll try out and wash it first. This ink is, I'm still in shock, so sorry if I'm a little bit discombobulated here. All right, go ahead and dry the squiggles. Do these here. And HP32 paper is just copy paper again, but it's like a higher quality and it's a little bit smoother to write on and shinier a little bit. It's not glossy, it's just smoother, and so the ink does different things on it than it would on, say, regular copy paper. It is a little bit more money, but it's nowhere near as expensive as some of the other really nice writing papers. All right. I'm going to have to look up how to pronounce this in case I get more inks from them. Okay, I'm just drawing some slow lines. You know, it does look like to me that there is some shading. It's just that this ink is so light that it almost doesn't matter. It's still legible to me. It's legible, but it's a very light color. This would be awesome to paint with, or to do accents with, like if you were going to decorate a page with something and you wanted some very bright yellow, something flowers or something, or maybe sunbeams or something, and then you wanted them to also be blacklight reactive. There we go, HP 32. I'll rinse this off. Okay. Here's how this looks so far. It's not dry yet, I don't think. Yeah, there's definitely shading, 100%. Let's see if I can get this to come up. Okay, so you can see how bright yellow that is. And then around the edges, it almost has like a lemony yellow. It's funny, lemon yellow is like darker than this yellow ink. But anyways, like a lemony yellow edging on it. And in the writing here, like on the end for napkin, you could really see, or not napkin, I'm sorry. That's what my brain autocorrects it to. Napkelte, I guess. But anyways, the N here. And also, if you know how to pronounce these, maybe I should Google it and see if there's a way. But yeah, I apologize for mispronouncing everything. I do not know how to say this, and I should have looked it up. All right, and on these slow lines, you could definitely see it goes from light to dark, light to dark, light to dark. They look like shooting stars. That's what it looks like to me, is little shooting stars. This is an awesome ink. Yeah, even though it's this yellow, that's really hard to, well, I shouldn't say it's hard to read, but because it's not, especially as it dries, it becomes more legible. And the writing is perfectly legible. It's just I don't think everybody would want to write with such a light ink, especially when you compare it to how this is looking on the copy paper. On the paper, it's more of the color is more flat and lacks its character. But then the HP 32, it seems to just draw all that out. It's actually easier to read on this as well. So I think this is one where you could theoretically use it on whatever you wanted to, but to really get all the properties of this ink and to, you know, enjoy it and for it to be legible, you're going to need to use a nicer paper. So let's see what happens on this Tomo River paper. And I'm cutting these small. These papers obviously are not this small when you get them, but I cut them down so that we're not wasting as much paper. All right. So let's dip this in here and try again. All right, we'll do usual squiggles at the top. I really like it when I buy an ink and like just not knowing at all what's going to happen, like what it's going to be like, and then finding out this really fun surprise. And I kind of want to go back and test some of my other inks and see what else is blacklight reactive. Another cool thing is as you're writing with this, it's like writing with light. The color is so bright, it looks darker on the pen than it does on the paper. So it just has it's a really cool effect. Instead of your ink going down darker than the paper, it's going down lighter than the paper. At least that's how it feels as you're writing, which is really fun. Okay, and this is Tomo River paper, and we'll do our slow lines. So this is a really fun experience, the writing experience with this ink. Yeah, the experience itself of the writing is fantastic. Now, if you were trying to write something for work and wanted it to be legible, this would probably not be a very professional color to use, but for journaling or your own, let's see, what are those? Day planners. This would be a fun one for a day planner, or just drawing, painting with it. do some extra squiggles as the ink is running out here. It's actually still going. I thought it was running out, it's not. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry for a second while I put this. I'm gonna put the cap back on this before I spill something. All right. And what we'll do is I'll just go ahead and put it back in here, but you can even see on the example here, it shows it going from light to dark or yellow. So maybe that means it has shading. I would like to read the rest of the bottle here, but it wouldn't do us any good, I don't think, since I can't translate. Oh, that says thank you for choosing. Okay. Well, you're welcome. Yeah, I could see myself buying more of these for sure. Now I'm just curious to find out if are they all like this? Are they all, you know, hiding some sort of magical surprise? Or did I just happen to get the one that was insane? The one color that has this fantastic properties to it. Let me just rinse this off real quick. Okay, so yeah, I fully was not expecting that at all. I was thinking this was going to be like a pretty yellow color or something, and it is, but I wasn't expecting the shading and the black light reactive and all of that. So yeah, okay. I guess I should shut up about that now. All right, so the shading on this is fantastic. You can really see on the Tomoe River paper, it's beautiful. It makes this ink very legible, even compared to, and this is not dry over here, so we'll give that a few more seconds, but this is the HP32, and I think it even looks better on this, but it looks great on the HP32. So if you like this color and all you have is HP32 paper, you'll be fine. If you have Tomoe River paper, though, you're going to get a completely different, like the way that these two look, even compared to, like, look at the regular copy paper. It's like two different inks almost, completely different. So I'll give that a few more seconds to dry. Here, let's speed this along a little bit. And then here is the swatch that we made. That looks like it's basically dry now. Sorry, let me get that in camera here. And you can see the beautiful shading around here. Yeah, this is lovely. So let's try with the black light. Yep. Yep, this is black light ink. How fun. And then here it is on these papers. So this is, yeah, I would definitely get this ink if you want something fun in your collection. This is it. This is wonderful. All right, so let's try comparing the three together. And I was gonna get the, well, I guess we should just do it. Just keeps everything the same. I'm getting the, seeing this underneath regular light, like a brighter light. Let's make sure the camera's picking everything up. Okay, so here it is up close. If you're just looking for the black light reactive properties, then you could use this on any paper. It looks, I mean, as far as like any paper that will hold ink, but like the cheapy copy paper, totally fine, no problems. But if you want the, and look at this, it almost looks like on the Tomoe River, the darker parts don't seem to fluoresce as much, so it almost gives it that outlined look. Anyways, okay, so in here it is, side by side, copy paper, HP32 paper, and the Tomoe River paper over here. And then let's see how that looks under a brighter light in case the camera isn't doing it justice. I don't know. I think that because of the color of the ink, we almost don't need this comparison. And here is the swatch. Yeah. This is an amazing ink. So no regrets on this one. Absolutely would purchase again. Very fun. All right, so there is that color that I can't pronounce. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and let me know down below what you would like to see next. I would love to make some videos based on your referrals. That would be so fun. So just let me know. And thank you for watching. You guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you all soon.